how many of you, if you sprained your ankle, would ice your ankle after, basically
I
everyone's
almost
like,
put my hand up because
like
out
you
of automatic.
You knew it was a trick question.
Yeah.
That was what the research told us then. So we all went through this RICE protocol, rest, ice, compression, elevation for years. That was our recommendation. We only can recommend what we know best, but a new study on grade 2 ankle sprains shows that is not the best protocol. So no longer RICE, no longer. Another one was called police, which was like pressure, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyhow, the new ones are peace and love. When you get injured, you show your joint, whatever the injury is, some peace and love. So I had to write this down so that I could remember. So P stands for protect, E stands for elevate, A, this is an interesting, avoid anti-inflammatories. So don't take a bunch of Advil and things like that, because we need those metabolites in the very early stages to speed up the healing.
All that blood that's going
They're there for a reason. So you
Yeah.
need them for a bit. I would say, down the road, you don't need them as much, but right away, they're going to shorten your time after the fact when you have this injury. So C is for compress, and E is for educate. And educate means basically training someone on what can you do outside of your injury. What do you do when you're sleeping? Just kind of like best day-to-day practices for whatever injury they have. Obviously, we all believe in that. That's a no-brainer. Love stands for load. This one is very interesting. And, I have a theory about this as well.
We both.
I know
what you're going to say.
As soon as you can, you put pressure on it, you load it. And my theory from this comes to my many injuries when I take our dogs, who, for those that don't know, are 2 huge German Shepherds. I take them in the ravine, and there are many times that they cause me to become injured because they try to take off and kill things like raccoons or whatever.
Literally the Instagram videos of you getting yanked and pulled face first on the ground.
It's so bad.
I wish I had
I still love
wish
them,
I had
but
the video.
It's so bad, some of the things that happen to me. And then I'm stuck there. Like no one's airlifting me and the German Shepherd's out. And sometimes they're bad injuries. And I basically just say, F it. I'm just walking home. Like, I'll take a moment, I'll cry for a little bit, and then I just keep going. But I remember talking to you one time saying the keeping going, I think, has really helped me on the other end of the injury, as opposed to if I just stopped and like laid on a bed somewhere and didn't do anything. Now, this is like, I didn't have a fracture. I wouldn't recommend this with a fracture, but I had some bad like sprains and strains and things like that, and contusions. I would channel, this is nothing the same, but I'd be like, if someone was chasing me or if I was in combat, I'd have to keep going.
Yeah.
So people can keep going. Human beings have the ability to keep going. And it was always remarkable how much better, once I forced myself to start walking, how much the pain would go down.
Yeah.
Versus if you're in a situation where you sprain your ankle and then you lie down right away, that pain doesn't go away for a long time. So I'm a big fan of this load idea. As soon as you can, you load it. So that's the L for love. O is optimism. So I guess like not catastrophizing what's happening, trying to be optimistic. It's not the end of the world.
So the psychology of it, if you're like, oh my God, I'm hurt, it's so bad.
Yeah.
Versus, hey, I just got an injury, I'll get over this.
We know that for many medical conditions that your attitude really impacts your outcome. So again, this is based on research.
Well, your attitude is well known, it affects your altitude.
Not really, but anyhow. V is for vascularization. So this is interesting, where some of the ankle sprains, they actually wanted to increase the vasodilation. So they were using heat right away after, and they found that blood flow was very helpful.
Yeah, okay? And that's for the duration of the injury. So it would help to cut down the total time.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Back to play.
Speeding up healing. That's what we're talking about. And then E is exercise. Same thing. So
Mhm.
no matter what your injury is, we know that if you get moving right away. So even people with knee surgery or any other type of surgery, get on the bike, do whatever you can, do upper body work, do core work, but just make sure that you've still got blood flow, you've still got, circulation as best you can.
Yes.
So of Pete's talk, that's the one that I took away that was super important for all of us to know.
Well, especially for what you do.
Exactly.
Yeah.